Hey guys, it's Kristen at Decorator's Warehouse, and today I am here to decorate with you one of my absolute favorite trees, a beautiful gingerbread tree. Now this is one of our tree bundles, which means that everything that I show today is going to be available to purchase as a package on our website www.decoratorswarehouse.com, and it's as easy as putting in the size of your tree and then we ship everything to you. But I will be walking us through the 4-step process, which you can use for any style of tree. And the 4-step process means we're going to start with our topper, we're going to go into our ribbon, we'll then add our layer of florals and sprays, and then we'll put all the finishing touches on with our ornaments. So let's go ahead and get started. But I'm gonna take 2 of our floral clusters and insert them here at the top as our topper. Now we're gonna start with our sprays first, our longer stems, and we are going to run these down along the pole. And then we can kind of pull it out to get the shape that we like. And I'm going to do another one on the back side, and then kind of to create the transition into the body of our tree, I'm going to cap it with the florals. And these will go straight down as well. And then you kind of want to angle it up. Okay, and then we'll do the other one here. And for this, so rather than keeping them right next to each other, I've got one a little bit lower and one a little bit higher. Now I'm going to repeat this on the back side of the tree. All right, I've got my topper placed and we're ready to move into the second step of our 4-step process, which is the ribbon. And as you can see, I have 2 ribbons paired together. I'm putting the bold red on the bottom with the repeating pattern and the white one on top because it's more of a unique pattern. So we're gonna run this through the tree kind of organically. Usually what I'll do is I'll work in series of 2 bigger loops and then I make a cut. And then sometimes I'll add in another little decorative detail, but the general idea is we want to work in series of 2 loops. I also have this accent ribbon, which will give it a nice little pop. I am going to hold on to the accent ribbon to the very end. I usually like to see kind of where my holes are and then work this around the holes. All right, so let's get started. This is a really high quality wired ribbon, which is so great because when I'm done with it, I can fold it and then pull it out again next year and reuse it. So what I'm gonna do, starting kind of here, right under the topper, we're gonna leave a tail. All right, and I'm gonna use the branches of the tree to secure it. I'm always using the tree to help through the process. We'll wrap that around, kind of leave my tail going up, and then we are gonna create a loop and kind of at a little bit of an angle rather than just straight down. And I want to pull that a little bit so it's not too taut. And then we're going to make one more loop here. So we're kind of this way and then go to the other side and leave a tail. Some of these pieces are a little bit shorter, so what we're going to do is we're going to use these to do some little accents. So I can leave a tail and another tail to create a bow tie. But for this one, I'm actually going to do a tail, a loop. Then we're going to twist it, and then we'll have a tail to the other side. We'll put that one right here. So basically it's just bringing color into that part of the tree. Since we're on this side, we'll go ahead and move to this side of the tree. And this particular piece isn't super long either, so I'm going to do a smaller loop followed by a little loop and a twist. We'll just tie that in there. All right, once I've got my ribbon placed, I'm going to move into the 3rd step, which is our floral and spray layer. And I'm going to use a combination of floral clusters and then individual stems and flowers. So what we'll do to make the clusters, this is the same thing we did in the topper. We're going to lay our sprays flat and then angle our flowers out. And then you can use one of the stems and wrap all of it together. Now this tree that I'm decorating, it's a 7.5 foot and it's kind of a mid to slim tree. Since these are so long, I'm actually gonna bend them up so they don't stick out the other side. And then what we'll do is we're gonna kind of start at the top and working diagonal through the tree. We'll slide it in, utilizing a branch of the tree you're gonna wrap it in place. And one thing I love about this tree are the little mini lights in here. So these are cluster lights. It's heavy concentration of little mini LED bulbs. I have 3 sets of the 25-foot strands in this tree, and I just love the twinkle effect that it shows here. Now these are not part of the bundle, but we do have them available for purchase on decoratorswarehouse.com. But as you can see, I've got one of my bundles here, so I'm going to come catty corner or diagonal, and I'll do another one kind of in this spot here. Same thing as before. And the great thing about the clusters is it takes up like big chunks of your tree, so it gives you a very designer look. I'm going to continue that process throughout. All right, my floral clusters are placed, and so now I'm going to come in with the rest of my floral and spray layer. These are all individual pieces that I'm just going to tuck in wherever I see space. So since I have a cluster here and here, this beautiful kind of snow-rimmed poinsettia I'm going to place in between those. And then I also have these sprays, which once I get all my flowers placed, I'll come behind and fill in with them. But I think that is so cute. This is the perfect tree for a kitchen, or if you're a peppermint or gingerbread lover, this would be great for your home as well. All of my flowers are placed, so now I'm going to fill in with all of these fun sprays, and again just kind of sticking them, you know, in that diagonal formation throughout the tree. And if you are doing a tree maybe in a different style, you want a variety of styles. So I have 4 different sprays that I'm using on this tree in addition to our florals, and I'm using 1 per foot of tree. So like a 7.5 foot tree, I would use 7 of each style spray in the body. All right guys, the last layer in our 4-step process is putting the finishing touch on with ornaments. So I always like to have a good layer of balls, and I like a variety of different sizes and a variety of different textures. You cannot go wrong with shatterproof. And even a bigger scale one is great to tuck in deep inside of your tree to fill the holes. So we'll go ahead and place all of our balls, and then I'll finish off with the more specialized ornaments to add that last little detail. And for the shatterproof, you can use floral wire. Honestly, I just kind of shove them in there and it tends to work, but if you need a little more support, you can definitely wire them in. Okay, and once all of the balls are placed, I am gonna come in with some last minute finishing touches, these cute little candy pieces. It's great to work with odd numbers on your more specialized items. So I think I have 3 of each of these today. 3, 5, 7, all of those are great numbers. So we'll go ahead and attach them. And you can wrap the string around the branch to hold it close. The very last thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna come back to that ribbon that we held earlier, our accent ribbon. This one's fun because it brings in a little pop of color. And we're gonna do 1 of 3 different accents. So the first thing that we can do, I call this one a bow tie. You're gonna cut a fishtail, so fold it in half and cut at an angle. And then pinch it in the middle. So you want like 6 to 8 inches. And then we're gonna do the same thing on this side. So go ahead and fold it there and cut. All right, so we'll pinch in the middle. These can go anywhere that we have space just to fill in with a little pop of color. So pinch in the middle, we're gonna wrap a branch around to secure it in place. So that could be one option for an accent. The next option would be to take that a little step further. So again, we'll cut a fishtail, and now we're gonna leave a tail, and we're gonna do a 1 loop bow. So I'm folding it to make a loop, and then we're gonna twist it. We wanna bring that good side back to the front. Okay, and then we're gonna cut another tail, cut it at an angle right now, and then I can go back and add that detail. So see how we have a loop, a tail, and I'm gonna cut this down a little bit to make it shorter. So you always kind of want to offset. So if we're there, we're gonna come again over to this side. The really great thing about a wired quality ribbon is look how well that's gonna hold its shape. Okay, and the third accent we can do is just to take that a step further and to do a 2 loop bow. So you'll leave a tail, a loop, twist it, And we're gonna make another loop. Pull them up to make sure they're the same size, and then we will twist it. Now I can place it wherever I would like. And now I'll just continue one of those 3 accents all the way around the tree. Thank you so much for joining us today to learn about our 4-step process. Just to recap, we did our topper, we went into our ribbon, we did florals and sprays, and we finished with ornaments. If you loved everything that you saw here today, this is our Mrs. Claus's Kitchen Tree Bundle, which can be found at www.Decorator's Warehouse. You simply select your tree size and we send you everything to recreate this look at home. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest at Decorator's Warehouse.